The school building was illuminated by the soft golden light of the moonlight, and the sound of laughter and chatter filled the air. The farewell was in full swing, as students took the opportunity to bid farewell to their friends and cherish their last moments together before the new semester began. Jungkook stood among a group of friends, but his eyes were fixed on the main door, as if waiting for someone to enter. A flicker of anticipation played on his face, as if he couldn't stop himself from scanning the room from a certain someone. One of his friends noticed his gaze fixed on the door and teased him. Kevin, looks like someone waiting for her, his friend said, a smirk on his face. Jungkook, shut up, he snapped, his tone sharp and filled with irritation. Kevin chuckled, clearly enjoying getting a reaction out of him. Kevin, you're way too obvious, you know that? He just shook his head, his focus still on the main door. He was too busy waiting to engage in any more banter. After some seconds, a girl entered the room wearing a white satin dress, looking like an angel descending from the heaven. She radiated grace and elegance, her hair perfectly styled, and every movement she made seemed to catch the attention of everyone in the room, including Jungkook. Kevin, hey look, Vine's here, but it's like he's not even listening, he said, nudging him playfully, but he was too busy staring at it to even react. She gracefully made her way through the door, turning heads she was. Her beauty and charm were undeniable, and her every move seemed to exude grace. Kevin, come on, JK, she's not some Shakespeare and Juliet. Stop looking at her like some lovesick Romeo and act like a man. Jungkook, grab me, I am about to faint. She looks like an angel. How can someone be so perfect? He laughed clearly, enjoying his dramatic reaction. Kevin, easy there, Romeo, he said, shaking his head in amusement. She walked to her friend, her graceful steps taking her across the room. Mira, hey, you're looking so different today. Someone's gonna fall dead from seeing you looking so lovely. She chuckled and rolled her eyes playfully. Ryan, you always make us such over the top comments, she replied, grinning at her exaggerated statement. She smirked and gestured towards Jungkook. Mira, I am not kidding. Watch this. Look at Jungkook's face, like he's about to burst from watching you. Kevin, bro, come on. Are you even breathing? You look like you are about to pass out just watching her. Mine turned around and met his gaze, their eyes locking for a moment. Her cheeks flushed with color as she caught him staring at her. She quickly looked away, trying to hide the blush that had spread across her face. His lips curled into a small smile as he saw Ryan blush. He thought it was cute how her face turned pink just from his gaze. Mira, you two look like a perfect match today, she said. Both of you are wearing white. It's like a perfect fit for you guys. She turned around and faced her and blushed again, feeling shy under her teasing. Ryan, you stop, she protested, trying to hide her embarrassment. It's just a coincidence. Mira, oh come on guys, just confess to each other already. How long do you think you can keep playing with those eye glances, huh? Ryan, Mira, you're being ridiculous, she protested. It's not like that, I swear. I just because we are both wearing white doesn't mean anything. Mira, oh really? Then why are you both avoiding each other like the plug? Ryan, I'm not avoiding him, she retorted, her voice slightly shaky. Well, he's acting so cool all the time, Mira. Just what? Spill it out. He just what? They prodded. Van huffed, her face even more flushed than before. Van, he just, I don't know, he looks so cool and it's so confusing and she trailed off, realizing she was just making excuses. Van, and I'm starting to think that he might have feelings for someone else, he admitted, her shoulders slumping as she spoke. Jungkook, who said I love someone else? Van froze in place as he spoke, her heart rate quickening. He was standing behind her, so close that she could feel his breath on her neck. Mira, oh, I am coming, she called out, acting like she had some errand to run else somewhere. Jungkook, who told you I love someone else? Van turned around to face him. She quickly looked down. She's a bold girl, but in front of him, she don't know why always her badass persona disappearing like a puff of smoke. When no one, I just think she muted, not meeting his gaze. Jungkook, you just think, he repeated, raising an eyebrow. When I don't know, she mumbled, still avoiding eye contact. He stepped closer to her, his gaze fixed on her face. Jungkook, you don't know, he repeated. He stepped closer to her and pulled her by the waist, causing a gasp to escape her lips. Jungkook, yes, I love someone. Her eyes widened in shock as she heard him say those words, her heart skipping a beat. He smirked at her shocked expression. Jungkook, and the person I love is right here in my arms, he confirmed. Her mind was racing, her heart pounding in her chest. He was really looking at her, holding her, loving her. When, wait, what? She finally managed to blurt out, her mind still struggling to process his words. He chuckled at her reaction. Jungkook, you are surprised, he teased. She huffed, trying to regain some of her usual toughness. When, of course I am surprised. When did you start loving me, huh? Jungkook, you still look surprised and I have been giving you all the hints since the day I met you. Every time I look at you, I want to pull you in my arms like I am doing now. She blushed furiously, her heart racing at his words. When hints? Like what, for example? She asked, her voice a bit shaky. Jungkook, well, for one, I always give you intense looks every time our eyes met, he began. Jungkook, I always love the way you are too shy to look me in the eyes. Why do you always look down whenever I look at you? Huh? Her face went peach red. She was feeling really embarrassed when I don't know, I just do, she mumbled. Jungkook, so you have been shy and avoiding my gaze all this time, huh? He teased. Her protest was cut off as he placed a finger on her lip, shushing her. Jungkook, shh, I am talking. Her mouth shut obediently, her protest dying on her lips as he gently shushed her. Suddenly, everyone in the room started to cheer and clap, making Ryan and Jungkook suddenly come out of their intimate moment. Kevin, finally, our Romeo confessed. Wow. Her face was flushed with embarrassment as she realized that their intimate moment had been witnessed by a bunch of people in the room. She shot a nervous glance in Jungkook's direction, wondering how he was taking all this. Kevin, looks like our lovebirds finally confessed, one of them called out. Mira, when did they confess properly? And you suddenly started shouting and clapping like a monkey. She shrugged. Kevin, but it was just too perfect. How would you just stay silent? You are just a buzzkill. Mia rolled her eyes. Mira, maybe if you silent for some more seconds, they could have confessed without all the noise. Why do you guys always fight? Kevin looked at each other, slightly sheepish. Kevin, well, sometimes it's just fun to bicker. Keeps things interesting. He suddenly knelt in front of Vine, catching her off guard. Vine's eyes widened in surprise as she looked at him. He kneeled in front of her, taking her hand in his. Jungkook, Vine, I have feelings for you, strong, intense feeling. I have loved you for a while now, but never had the courage to say it. But now I can't deny it any longer. I love you. Jungkook, will you be my girlfriend and one day my wife, the mother of my children? His words hang in the air. The room quiet, everyone waiting for Vine's response. She looked at him with a soft, loving smile, but she couldn't resist the urge to tease him. When I guess I would make a pretty good wife, huh? She said with a playful wink. I can cook, clean, and even handle all your annoying friends. The student chuckled at her cheeky response. He just shook his head, a lopsided grin on his face. Jungkook, you really are something else, he said, amused, raising an eyebrow in a playful challenge. Mira, she's got a point though. She make a great wife, she chimed in, a wide grin on her face. Kevin, no doubt about it. She's got the whole domestic wife package down, he said, earning nod of agreement. Jungkook panted playfully, giving his puppy eyes. Jungkook, I have been Nell here for a while now. Already say yes. My knees are starting to get numb. When chuckled, her heart swelling with tenderness at his puppy eyes expression went. You're killing me here, she said, trying to sound stern but failing to hide her affection. Kevin, looks like our Romeo is getting a little impatient here. Mira rolled her eyes but couldn't help a small smile. Mira, impatient or not, he looks like such a love struck puppy right now. Jungkook, come on, say yes already. You're enjoying this too much. He huffed, sticking out his lower lip in a mock pout. The student couldn't help but laugh at the sight of him, the infamous bad boy, on one knee, pouting like a child. Vine finally relented, a loving smile spreading across her face. Vine, okay, okay, I'll be your girlfriend. Just stop looking at me like a lost puppy. His face lit up at her word. He quickly stood up, pulling her into a tight embrace. Mira eyes gleamed with mischief. Mira, all right, and everyone, time to let the cheering and screaming commence, she said loudly to the crowd. He held Ryan tightly against his chest, a warm smile on his face. Jungkook, I love you, he said softly, his voice filled with emotion. Her heart fluttered at his words. She buried her face in his shoulder, feeling tears pricking at the corner of her eyes. Ryan, I love you too, more than you know, she whispered. Kevin watched the scene unfolding between them, a smirk on his face. He turned to Mira, a glimmer in his eyes. Kevin, now that's settled. Can we finally focus on us? He teased, winking at her. Mira feigned annoyance, throwing a mock glare his way. Mira, don't get ahead of yourself, you unstable flirt.